Alright, what is going on, guys? This is Tommy J back with another Witcher Netflix video, and today we are going to be talking about some of the new images that have been released out into the wild, one of them including a clearer picture at Anya Shalatra as Yennefer. We got some more images of Henry Cavill as Geralt, one with him on his trusty boy Roach. And then we also got a little shot at a Monster Claw. And then also I want to talk about something that just got on my radar just recently, was the recasting of Princess Renfri, who previously was going to be played by Millie Brady, an actress who I absolutely adore, who I initially discovered her from Netflix's The Last Kingdom. So to hear that she has been recasted was definitely disappointing to me, but we'll talk about that. So yeah, let's go. So first we have Anya Shalatra as Yennefer. This is coming from footage that we have seen previously in the teaser trailer, so not really too much new to say here. But I mean, she looks great, man. She looks awesome. She's dressed beautifully. Of course, she has the obsidian star there, the eyes, the hair. Like I said, she's just dressed beautifully, as Yennefer I feel like always is. So yeah, I mean, not too much new to really say here. I'm just really curious as to, is this a party of some sorts? Is she, I don't know. I'm just really curious as to where she is exactly. The lights behind her is really leading me to believe that she's somewhere, you know, of some kind of magical importance. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there, but, yeah, I think just the biggest question is, where is she in this shot? I wouldn't be surprised if this is totally separate from Geralt. If Geralt isn't even here in this moment, if this is just her pursuing, you know, if this is just tackling her specific storyline. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if it's something to do with that, separate from Geralt. But yeah, I think she looks great. And next up, we have another good look at Geralt with his trusty companion, Roach. And here, I think we have quite possibly my favorite of the images that we got. I'm a big fan of the kind of gray, sickly, just dirty kind of lighting and tone that this image has. It really, for me, kind of really highlights the aspect of the lone wanderer that the Witcher is, of traveling the path more times than not alone, just traveling the path alone. Really his only companion being himself, his swords, and, you know, his horse. So I think this image really does that kind of, for me, that aspect justice. Now, what would have really sent this picture over the moon for me, just would have been the icing on the cake, was if we did see Dandelion riding beside Geralt. I'm still missing that, man. Like, I'm loving all these images that they're sharing with us, but just the one image that I am missing. Like, we've seen Triss, we've seen Yennefer, we've seen Geralt, Ciri, we've seen like all the big players, I feel like, right? I'm trying to think who else I'm missing. We've seen Dunny very briefly. Forgive me, because I know I'm missing a ton of other people that we've seen, but I feel like for the most part we've seen the big players, right? Istrid as well, I'm pretty sure we've seen. But Dandelion, man, like that's just the one character that kind of baffles me that we still haven't seen him yet, because he is so integral. We've seen Roach before we've seen Dandelion. That baffles my mind. I'm not complaining here or anything like that, but like I really hope that this trailer that's coming out next week, the 31st, I think, or whenever, that we finally get a look at our boy Viscount Julian, man, Jaskier, because I need to see him. But so yeah, I thought that image I got off on a tangent a little bit, but Geralt on Roach, man, it's great. It looks great. Really interesting to see the differences in the armor. So obviously in this image we see Geralt with just kind of a normal armor set, but then in this next image the armor has very clearly been upgraded. It's studded now, so I wonder, obviously he did a job, and through payment of said job, you know, he was able to upgrade his gear a little bit. But I wonder, I mean, obviously we will see him doing this job and then going to get this new set of armor. But I wonder specifically what job was it that did this for him? Was it in fact the Kikimora that we saw at the end of the teaser trailer? I would have to look back to see if his armor is indeed just a normal set, or if it's the studded set when he's going against the Kikimora. Because that could be a possibility that was just a contract and then he used the money from that contract to then upgrade his armor. Or was it something else entirely that we don't know about yet? So yeah, I think that'll be definitely very interesting, and we will, I feel like I'm 95% sure that we will definitely see, him doing the job that gets him this new armor. But yeah, definitely very cool to kind of see, him, with the normal set of armor, and then him eventually with a newer set of gear. And then him at the bar, man, I think the set really looks good. The chandelier, amazing, with all the candles lit there, and then you see the people in the back just drinking at the bar. I wonder if this is just strictly a scene of him, for pleasure, just him going to enjoy some ale, a drink or something like that, or is he coming here for information to talk to the innkeeper? Because we know that usually the innkeepers are usually a really good source of information, so I wonder if he's here on a job to find out some more information for a job, or if he's just coming here to do some relaxing after a job. It could really be either or, so that would be really interesting to see. Also, I mean, bars, I feel like in fantasy, the bar setting is always a great place to have a fight. So to kind of showcase how badass your protagonist is. I'm like pretty certain that we will at some point get Geralt just chilling, minding his own business, and then two drunk idiots coming to bother him when Geralt's just minding his own business, and these drunk idiots calling him a vagrant and things like that, and then eventually Geralt having to cut them for whatever reason, just like in, I believe, Last Wish, the very first chapter, the prologue chapter or whatever, The Witcher, I think, introduced or started off exactly with that scenario. So I wouldn't be surprised if the same thing happens in this scene with Geralt at the bar. And here in this last image, I have to say it was probably the hardest of the three to pin down, because I was thinking originally that this girl was legit just touching this monster's claw, that this monster that this claw belonged to was in fact alive. But I started thinking about it, and I think it makes more sense that it's probably a trophy from just one of Geralt's hunts that he's bringing back to Blaviken, and this girl, this brave girl, for whatever reason, just wants to touch it, because we did get a confirmation, not official confirmation, but kind of like a wink kind of subtle nod, I think, that the actress who is playing this character called Marilka, who is the 5-year-old daughter of, I believe, if I remember correctly, the mayor of Blaviken during the Lesser Evil. Her actress who plays the character Marilka, Mia McKenna Bruce on Twitter, kind of like I said, like I guess like wink sort of confirmed that she is in fact playing this character when someone I think it was Redanian Intelligence tweeted at her like, "Hey, is this your hand?" And she kind of subtly kind of confirmed it. And so with this reminder of Blaviken and the whole, it just reminded me that in fact, the story, The Lesser Evil, will be adapted into this first season. Even more made apparent by the inclusion of this character, Marilka. It reminded me of the fact that one of my favorite castings in the show was that Millie Brady was set to play Princess Renfri, and I was super excited because that actress is one of my favorite characters in The Last Kingdom, Ethelfled. I absolutely adore her as the queen of Mercia. So to find out that no, she's actually been recasted, and Emma Appleton is actually going to be taking over the role of Princess Renfri was a little disappointing for me, just because I really do like that actress. But a lot of people on Reddit and the likes have been saying that no, they think Emma Appleton will fit the role even better than Millie did. Just because appearance-wise, she looks more believable as a character who is constantly on the run and things like that. She looks a lot more rough and ragged, as opposed to Millie Brady, who, yes, Princess Renfri is technically a princess, and Millie does fit that bill, but she is supposed to be this thief, this girl who has had to kind of do whatever it takes to survive, just to survive in her life. And a lot of people are saying that Emma at least fits that bill a little bit better. So we'll see. But yeah, I just found that out, and it was a little bit of a bummer. But I really do hope that, since Millie is already kind of tied, even though she's not going to be playing Princess Renfri, she is still tied to this Witcher property now, even though, you know, she's presumably not going to be in this first season. But I do hope sometime in the future that that the showrunner Lauren does find somewhere to get Millie in there, some role for her. Obviously, the dream kind of casting for me is Milva, right? Like, that would be so cool to see Millie Brady as Milva. But I don't know. I would just love to see her in this universe. But nonetheless, man, I'm excited. These were some really, really cool images that we got to see. And I'm just counting the days, counting the minutes, the hours, whatever. I got the countdown rolling for this new trailer that is going to be coming out relatively soon. I cannot wait to see more footage of this thing in action. And I hope you guys are too. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. We're getting closer to the end of the year, man. So it's like, when is this thing actually happening, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, for these images that we got to see, and just my quick thoughts on the whole Millie Brady situation. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. What do you guys think about the images? What's your favorite one? Things like that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.